What is going on?
All right, let's get this started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Still in Queue podcast. This is our first ever podcast, so episode 00 or 01, whichever way you want to put it. And I'm here with Dandy at Law. You can call him Dandy. Kid Gannon.
Howdy.
You can call him Kid or Gannon. He's gonna remain silent.
Hello.
And last but not least, Grail Arbor.
Hello.
How y'all doing tonight? It's over.
just
Fine.
dandy.
It took us freaking forever to get in here. And we're all
Someone
here.
turn off that TV. It's very distracting.
You the one who turned it on. Who just turned
I
it
did
off?
not turn it on.
It's off. I got it. Cartoon time. It felt like a good time.
All right, so since this is the first ever podcast, we decided that we just go about this, just introducing ourselves, talking a little bit about our background in gaming and the games we loved as kids, and pretty much that one game that got us involved in the gaming world and in the gaming community. So, I'll go first. Didn't grow up in a really rich house. Got 4 siblings. 3 siblings. I'm the 4th. What was my first console? I remember playing as a kid Sega NES and a Super NES. But I didn't get my first console. Our first console as like the family. I know me and my brother got Game Boy. But it was the Nintendo 64. And the game that really got me like zoned out into gaming and loving it, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. That is
The
Good one,
greatest.
good
One
one.
of the greatest.
it was funny because I got it from and this was still like around the time when I met my dad. So you know, went to kids nowadays won't know, it's called Rhino's Video Games. And I got that. And I got the what's the guide called of those things again? They were called something. Like there was a word
Like
for
a
it.
strategy guide?
Yeah, I got the strategy guide. That book freaking fell
Yeah.
apart, but I had it for like a year,
Yep. You're there.
and I didn't even beat it. Like when I put it in, you know, it was a used game. When I put it in and played it, it was like somebody already had conquered it. So I went up, and the first thing I did was I fought Ganon like immediately.
Yeah.
And I was still like young, so I didn't really grasp the concept of like starting a new game and playing it from scratch. I didn't even beat Ocarina of Time until I was in my like teens. Can't remember when. So I just became like a really big Zelda fan at that point. Then I got a PlayStation. My dad bought me a PlayStation. That was like the first console I had separate from my annoying ass siblings.
2 or 3?
It was the PS1.
Oh, the one. All right.
Yeah, and I had the fat square one.
Wow.
Were they all fat and square?
Yeah, but
True,
the
yes.
first place, the PlayStation, you know, they always bring their smaller one. So I do remember like the little tiny one. The little tiny one is what I played like Spyro. But my big fat one, I played Final Fantasy Tactics on it.
Yeah.
And there was this another game. It was like a side Galaga shooting game. And I can't remember the name of it, man, but it was freaking awesome.
Centipede?
I don't know. No, because it was like you'd be flying through the city and you're all looking at it from like the side. Like if it was like a platformer, but it was like a Galaga style. You know, you're just blasting stuff. You could pick up power-ups that would change the way your gun fired and stuff. It had like really great graphics. Everything back then had really great graphics. That was anything that was on a
Remember the
disc. No, man, it was so long
I'm
ago.
sure
Like,
those
I can't,
graphics would.
I
hold
couldn't
up.
even. You know what? I think I found the.
I think I know what you're
found
talking about. It's like one of
the
those old arcade games
Yeah.
that you went out in, like in restaurants and shit.
Yeah, it was-
I know what you're talking about.
game. Yeah, that was a great game.
I love those.
I remember playing. I didn't play a lot of Crash until I was a little bit older. I played Rayman. Rayman was the was shit for me. Rayman and what else did I play? Mario Kart for the 64, which that brought a lot of beef into the family. And then Smash Bros came out, and then it was all hell broke loose at that point in the family.
Oh, yeah.
I was a Link main back then, Link main now. All right, well, that's like a part of my younger days, but I'm not going to sit here and talk about my crap all night. So,
Yeah.
Dandy, since you're sitting right next to me.
Well, hello everyone.
Hi,
I'm
Dandy.
I've been sober for 3 months.
Very brave.
Thank you. But yeah, my
sober,
gaming
huh?
history
This-
goes back to the Game Boy Color. I still have it. It's a bit beat up, but it's one of those purple see-through Game Boy Colors where you can see all the
Yes.
circuitry on the inside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had one like that.
I had
but
one of
my
those.
Advanced. I had a Game Boy Advance that looks just like that.
I don't remember what Legend of Zelda game I had to it though. Whichever one that was on game.
I don't really remember what games I had for it except for one that I still have, which is Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, or Super Mario Brothers 2 Deluxe, or something like that.
Never had any of the Pokemon games to it.
I don't remember. I know I know I had Pokemon games, but I don't know if I played it on that. I think I might have played it on Advance. But that's the only one I still own for the Game Boy, is the Mario game. Still works too.
I hope those games hold up
But-
well.
Oh yeah, and so that's really where I got my start in gaming, and then what really drew me into gaming was definitely the Pokemon games. I think I started with Gold and Silver. That's where I really started. I mean, I played the older ones, but
Io and Huho.
The-
What generation was that?
That was
that's the
Lugia and
second
Huho.
generation.
Second? Okay.
That was with Totodile, right? Totodile and
Yes, Totodile, Cyndaquil, and Bayleaf.
I was about to say Trico,
Yeah.
but they came after. They were the next ones
No,
after
Trico is third generation.
Out of pure curiosity, Dandy, how many Pokemon
Mhm.
can you name?
Oh, I mean, I would have to at least see them, and it would have to probably be only the older ones, except for maybe the most recent generation, because I've been playing that a lot lately.
I think anybody in our generation could name 150.
The first 100.
The first,
Yeah.
yeah, the first 151. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, or at least most of them.
That's that one.
But
that's-
yeah, that's where I
That'd be
really got my
hilarious.
love. That's like Pokemon is pretty much known as baby first RPG, so that's really where I got my love for the genre of role playing games. But my first real console, like plug into a TV type of consoles, was the PlayStation 2, which I got for Christmas, for my 7th Christmas in 2002. I believe is when I got it. That's at least a vague memory I have. I don't have any proof of that. But
Where's the receipt? Where's the receipt?
yeah.
I'm a receipt
one-
whore now with all my games and consoles. They're all in their
I
boxes.
buy it all digitally, so I don't even get receipts anymore.
They're in your email box. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But I
Yeah.
delete them. Anyway, so I played tons of games on that one, both from the PlayStation 1 and 2 generations. But for PlayStation 1 games, I pretty much just played Spyro, and I think I played Worms a few times.
Do you know which Spyro you played out of the four
It's
that was on the PlayStation?
It was like a collection of the three, I think. I know I had the one that they put in the remastered one a couple years ago, like those. three.
Enter the Dragon. Oh, okay, those. Okay.
And so, but my favorite game on the PlayStation 2 was definitely Sly Cooper 2: Honor Among Thieves, I think it was called. I replayed that game so many times. I loved it.
I never beat any of the Sly Coopers. I think I've never played more than 5 minutes of the first one.
The first one I never really enjoyed. It's a lot different from the following two, or following three now. But those games were like my first real taste of like open world. Like you do a bunch of you're doing like side quests or stuff to achieve a main goal. I mean, I know Pokemon's kind of open world, but this one was more like on a 3D landscape. This was my first open world game, and then once I first played the games Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion, and Fallout 3, I mean that was it for me. That's what really sealed the deal with my love for RPGs and open world stuff. And I've been playing those kinds of games ever since. I'm a huge fan of Elder Scrolls Online. I've got way too many hours in that game.
I bet. Oh wait,
That's pretty much my comfort
looked
food
that
game
up.
whenever I'm not playing whatever the latest and greatest game is. That's usually when I'm playing.
Yeah, like almost
So-
4,000 hours in that game.
No, it's closer to 3,000, I think.
Oh.
Oh,
But, you know, not
Closer.
yeah,
only 1,000 off. Only 1,000 off.
yeah, but in the real world, you know, I recently got my law degree last year and passed the bar exam, and now I'm struggling to find a job. Not easy to find a job when you have no experience
Yeah.
in such a experience-centric field. Like everyone wants tons of experience for your hire, but you know, I'm hopeful that soon in the next few weeks or so, I'll finally find something. But yeah, that's my story.
That's awesome.
I work IT. I didn't even
Guys-
say that. There you go. They threw out the whole job thing. I was like, okay.
Hey, you guys,
Well,
just
you
so you
guys-
guys know,
He ain't doing that.
my Division 2 installed, so that's cool.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't even know you had that.
Oh.
About time.
So, Sean, you trying to come back to it now?
I mean, if we ever play, I don't want to get downed first shot, so I got to get up there, right?
But you've never
I
played it
think
before?
it'll
Or?
it'll like raise you to whoever is the highest
Yeah.
level group.
They always
So you don't
scaled
get
me and Dandy
one shot.
together.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, that is a new thing, I think.
Well, cool. Thank you for sharing, Dandy. There's a bottle of whiskey
Oh, my
over there if you
pleasure.
want to go take a shot.
I do feel like I need a drink after being so open.
So open.
We're exploring every crevice of you.
This man's sweating bullets. Look at him.
All right.
Yeah, sweaty ass cheeks. Look at him. Pants are wet.
I'm off the wagon.
So yellow
Oh,
slime
wine,
there.
wine. Okay, a man. He's a fine man. Fine
Oh
taste.
yeah. I need to finer things. I don't drink IRL, but if I did, I'd
I
be a
do.
wine man.
Drink right now. All right. Kid Gannon, otherwise known as X. We'll call him X sometimes too.
Kid Gannon, X, the great Gandowski. Take your pick.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
Take your pick.
All right, enough of that crap. Tell us about yourself,
Gannon.
sir.
Let's see where to begin. Let's see. To be honest, I think I have my first console. Well, being in a military family, so you kind of got money. So,
Well,
but I
Brad
think my
alert.
first console. Whatever. First console was probably I want to say was a Super Nintendo.
Did you have Super Mario Bros? Like when you could,
Yeah.
one person could be Mario, one could be Luigi.
Yeah, Super Mario Bros. I think that's the first game I played that the most, and there was another game called Final Fight, just like a little side-scrolling, like beat 'em up kind of deal. Those are what I remember the most. I think I was like 5 or 6 years old.
Nice. I didn't know you were an army brat. That's what they call them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
that's how me and X met.
that's how we met. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Huh.
Very brand new too.
And
You're an army brat.
in
Oh,
middle
wow.
school.
Middle school.
I
Yep.
met on the battlefield.
I mean, my stepdad was in the military, but you know, we didn't move around. We were raised in my grandma's house. That's cool.
But I think that's my earliest I can remember having my first console. And I think eventually after that, I did end up playing the original Nintendo. And woo, talk about hard Mario. That is ridiculous. I don't think I've ever beat past first stage,
First world.
first world. There you go.
I've
First
never
world.
beaten any of the original Mario's. Never beat any of them.
I
Played
think I
them.
came close.
Beat the
in
one
Super
that I had
Nintendo.
eventually.
Yeah, maybe eventually.
God, I remember going to a friend house and they were like, "Oh, stop! Let me do this, unlock this secret world, this." I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Just run the level."
Nah, I gotta get all the secret stuff, like all the coins. I gotta get everything.
Making me look bad.
Jump on
now.
everything.
I was supposed to be the gamer out of all the friends. I was like, "What the hell?" Anyways.
Take it to an extreme. What else? My earlier stuff was some other gaming consoles you guys probably don't know. You guys ever heard of a Game Gear?
You
I've heard of it. Don't do
mean a Gamecast?
No, the game. It was called the Game Gear.
I've heard of it.
Game. I thought that was like one of those things you used to put in cheat codes.
Well,
It's a handheld,
that
right?
was the Game Shark.
It's a
I
handheld,
believe.
yeah. It's a handheld.
Square,
Oh, that's right,
square
that was
look.
Game
Oh
Shark.
wait, yes, that
Like
thing
little
was
rectangle thing.
huge.
Yeah,
That
it
bitch
takes
was
like 6
big.
batteries.
Yeah, that's
6
true.
double A batteries.
Yeah, that bitch was big. It had cartridges. That shit looked like a damn tank.
That thing was heavy. Ooh, but it was fun though. I only played I don't remember what games I played on. There's like 2 games I played on.
Didn't it have like
That's all
Golden
I
Axe to
remember.
it or something like that?
Who?
Didn't it have like Golden Axe, like something like that? Or is that
I don't know what
Sega?
that is.
Golden Axe? It's like one of those dungeon crawlers where it was always like a barbarian on the team, like a wizard,
Gauntlet?
something like.
Hey, cursory search on Google leads me to believe there's a lot of Sega games on there.
Yeah.
A Sega game on there.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
Sonic.
It's basically like a Sega,
Okay.
a handheld Sega.
We're old, but we're
So
not.
it'll
super
probably
old.
have a whole bunch of the same games too.
I know. What I mean, you guys. So
And then there's a console for Nintendo that had came out. They call it the Virtual Boy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't have that though, but I remember.
Well, you talk about the thing messing up your vision if you play long term. Because the only game that I had was like Mario Tennis, and everything was in red. So I didn't know how other games looked. So all I remember was everything was turned out to be red.
Oh, how we have come. Okay, so what was that? What was that one game that got you, like hooked?
I don't have one game.
You don't have like that one game you played that was just like, yeah, I'm in this.
No, I don't have that one game. I've always liked gaming since out the womb, as far as I remember. I have like some games that I'm just like, wow, this is a great game. Like I don't have one favorite game.
Man,
You
bust
know,
out
does your parents still have all your gaming shit?
No,
No,
I
They
doubt
lost
it.
all
I doubt it.
Sucks.
What parent does?
I still got all mine.
I think I
That's
bought
all
mine
Game
too.
Boy games.
so I try to keep whatever I have right now.
I had
I
cousins that used to steal all
Buy
that
some
crap
older
stuff.
But no, I had there's some select games I had a friend when I was senior in high school. There's this one game. I don't know if I can pronounce it right. Suikoden.
That sounds
Suikod.
It sounds like really familiar. Like I know what you're
I've
talking
heard
about.
it pronounced that way before, so.
So it's like Suikoden 2. He said that he was never able to beat it. It's like an RPG game, like turn-based fighting and everything. It's like a little pixel game for PlayStation 2, PS2. And I ended up borrowing it. And like at that point, it was like I love RPG games because it's just the whole story, how in depth it was, how the fighting, the scenes were. Like I love turn-based games where you have to have a strategy to beat your enemies. So that's what turned me on to like RPGs, turn-based type RPGs.
I didn't know you even liked turn-based games. Like I haven't heard you really even talk about turn-based.
Because there's not a whole lot that's out that I like. I've been looking for some, but I just can't find them. If I could go back to the
Persona
old ones, I would.
Which one, Dandy?
Persona 4 Gold and Persona 5 and Persona 4
Persona
Gold.
5 is amazing.
On a file. Oh my god,
Y'all talk about it. It's like I need 1,000 hours just to play that.
it's good.
mean-
Like it's good. It has a great story.
Take you at least 100.
Yeah, you
least.
will be putting some time into that game. But nothing about the game is bad. Like I haven't come across anything bad. Story's great, combat's great, like good turn base. It's just long as hell.
Yeah.
I always
You might have to
thought
let me borrow it.
I always thought
we
Final
got-
Fantasy was the longest ones, but damn
We
that
got 2 RPG people. What are you, Darth?
me.
Yeah, what would you say your genre is?
I would say that I am an RPG person, but
Really?
but I am an FPS player. Like I love playing first person, but my core would be RPG. Because like I just said, the game that brought me into this was Ocarina of Time RPG. Like Legend of Zelda is my top game. It always will be. Like
I'll probably
I'll
call it an
always be-
adventure game, but yeah, it makes sense.
Oh yeah, I would call
well,
it
look at
adventure.
okay. Well, Breath of the Wild is RPG. We can say that is.
Hmm.
Could we say
Now
that
you
is?
can.
Well,
Well, because I wouldn't say it. That's why I said like my first RPG game was like this weekend, and I would say my first adventure game would be Ocarina of Time because I really love that game.
For
And
sure.
then Majora's Mask came out, and I fell in love with that even more.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
why
First
they need to
Mask
make
was-
a remake of it so I can play it again.
they really should. That's a great underrated game, and I didn't
But that
even
would
know
be my
about it.
favorite.
I didn't even know about Majora's Mask until I had a GameCube, and there was a special collector's edition of Legend of Zelda that came with Ocarina of Time. It
Yeah.
came with Majora's Mask. It came with a demo of Wind Waker before it came out, and it came with one other game. I want to say it came with like the first two. It came with the first Legend of Zelda, and then it came with Link's Awakening. So it came with those four with a demo of Wind Waker, and that was the first time I ever played Majora's Mask. And I was like, where the hell has this game been?
Nintendo 64.
And it came out like a year or two. I want to say a year after Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Great
I remember
game.
the big hype about it with the commercials and everything, how the world was actually going to end because the moon was going to fall down.
Yes, that was cool.
It really should.
Like, I remember, like I wanted to play this game so bad because I had
Yeah,
played it
people
at a
look
friend's
at me
house
too.
before, and he had like
What?
the strategy guide on it.
What I loved about it, I got the strategy guide too, and I got all the masks. I loved it.
Yeah.
The first instance I fell in love with it is when you, in the very beginning, when you're jumping from the tree stumps to tree stumps, that initial flip he does.
Oh, when he's a
that-
Deku.
Oh,
I was like, I want to love the shit out of this game. I wanna love the shit out of this game.
Okay, well,
Because that whole concept was good.
before we dive more into that, because we could talk about like our favorites and other stuff a little bit later. Let's go ahead and finish up with Braille.
But hell, how you know I was finished?
Well, are you done, sir?
No, y'all keep joining in and shit.
Oh, okay. Sorry, we just throwing in a little
sorry.
side
Yeah.
input.
But just tell you how I got into those kind of games though. But I mean, I've been gaming forever. Start dabbing in the online gaming with Grill remembers RuneScape.
RuneScape, yeah.
Remember you used to play
I used to
RuneScape
play
all
RuneScape
the
when I was
time.
in
RuneScape, yeah.
elementary school.
I
Oh,
never,
yeah.
I wish I would have got into it back then, because
Yeah.
when I moved down south for the first time, and he became one of my closest friends. Him and his brother would go and buy RuneScape cards. I was like, what the hell is that? And they showed it to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm not playing this.
Oh, you missed out,
But
man. You
Yeah.
missed out.
Well, yeah, I
was
mean, I was already
Lucky.
I was a sophomore in high school, so I was.
We trying to be Mr. Cool and everything.
Well, I wasn't trying to be
You guys were
Mr.
in
Cool.
high school? I was in elementary school.
Well, that's when I was introduced to it. You
Calm
know?
down, Andy.
Yeah, calm
Like,
down.
yeah, I was introduced to it.
Like
Then I
8 or
didn't.
9.
There was one PC in my house when I stayed with my grandma, and it was a piece of crap. And then my dad had a damn E-machine, so that was a piece of crap. I didn't know about the PC gaming world until I was much older. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know nothing about WoW or RuneScape until my friend and them were like, "Yeah, look at this. Oh, let's go in the arena and fight." And I was like, "What the hell are you guys talking about? Get on fucking Brawl right now. I'll kick some ass." Oh, but that's later.
But that's like the first online game though. It was fun.
RuneScape
After
was
that,
legit.
I was looking for like other games. Like there was a browser game called Kingdom of Loathing. I don't know if you ever played it. I think
No,
I
I don't
showed it to
remember
you
that one.
before. I'm not 100 percent sure. But it's called Kingdom of Loathing. It's just really stupid, like stick figure type of game. It's fun. It was fun. I still try to get into it every now and then. And then I think World of Warcraft was out, and I think I started playing that in 2006, and to this day, still playing it. It's taking
That's
over.
wild.
It's taking over.
Talking about
I mean, but after that, I mean, dabbing everything: PS3, 4, Xbox 360.
a 360.
Yeah,
I need to
Yeah.
take a double shot.
played, my 360. I played Battlefield to death on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 360. Then I got had my first PC built. And that's when I got into like Steam and all that other gaming and stuff. And still going strong.
Love it.
I'm getting the girlfriend into some stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm toasty now. I had my 2 drinks. What the hell up, Tony? I don't want to talk to you. Okay.
But that be all.
And what do you do, X?
What do I do?
Yeah. Because
I hang out at home.
What's
that's cool. That's fun. Good shit.
Okay. He has the coolest job. He's just hanging at home. So, on to our final person, Grail. Gotta make sure I don't slip up. So weird calling you Grail.
It is.
Whoa, hey, whoa, we turn on granny titties over here.
Oh,
Let me tell
who
you,
did
hey,
that? Who
look,
did that?
Well, I supposed to see that. Yeah, half a later.
What?
You guys all
Oh.
leave. So Grail.
All right. So
They
for
both seem
myself-
uninterested about you, so they.
I know, they just fucking
I
bailed.
just needed I needed a change of scenery. I was just staring at a wall.
I didn't want to look at
I
my
need to
face.
do this real quick. I need to do this real quick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Kids over there.
I need to take a hit over
Alright,
here real
cool.
quick. I need to take a hit real quick.
For me, I'm kind of like A, B, and C. I grew up a little bit poor too. Definitely didn't have a console for a while. I used to go over to my cousin's place and hang out with them. They would have like the SNES and PS1 and the NES and even computer games they had, and it was really fun just to chill with them. I got into Castlevania. I loved, Link to the Past. That was a great one. The Contra 3 was amazing. But my very first console that I was my own, my parents got for me, was the 64, Nintendo 64. And the reason I got it was because this commercial for Smash Brothers. The commercial when they're frolicking through the field and Mario trips Yoshi and they start fighting. I was like, yes, I love this game. I want to get it. So I got to get a 64. So I got it for Smash, and I got Ocarina of Time, of course, Majora's Mask. GoldenEye was a big one. GoldenEye was a lot of
boy.
fun.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I loved it. But
Side
the one that the one I still love today, and I think is probably one of my top 5 games of all time, Star Fox 64. I love Star Fox.
If I could give you a round of applause, I would. If I could stand up and clap. I stand up and clap for you, sir.
Yes, I loved Star Fox 64. I 100%ed that game so many times. I just loved, how as a rail shooter, you kind of, it's like not just one storyline. There's a couple. You can
3,
go off
right?
path. Yeah, there's a couple that's just like, oh yeah.
I didn't know
where you
how
kinda
to go the different routes.
Yeah.
I'd beaten it, but I couldn't say go straight up the middle. I was always mostly either I did something, I was constantly at the bottom, or I did something right one time to go up top, but never in the damn middle.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Just going under the underpasses and going, hey, follow me, Fox, and then kind of just lead off the path. It's amazing. I loved it. Yeah, so 64 was probably one of my bigger consoles that impacted me a lot in gaming. There's still stuff for the PS2, Soul Calibur 2. I love Soul Calibur 2.
Oh yeah, I had that on GameCube.
Yeah.
You can already guess who was my main fighter when it was.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, GameCube, yeah, for sure.
Kirby. I agree.
This guy.
little later, I moved from El Paso, Texas, to Kansas military. At that point, and my parents got me a Game Boy Color, but it was the yellow Pikachu one with Pokemon Yellow in it, and I played that game so many times too. I love that one.
Didn't that thing have ears, like Pikachu ears?
No, it just had it had like a Jigglypuff like next to the screen, had a Pikachu next to it too. It was really cool. I didn't know anybody, so they're like, "Hey, let's get him a gift," and that kind of helped shaped me like the love for Pokemon.
Everybody loved
Not as-
Pokemon
not
as
as-
a kid.
Not as extensive as Dandy, but
Hmm.
I enjoy it. No, yeah, the cards. I had the cards when I was younger too. My mom made me throw them away, but
God.
that's a long story.
My grandma thought they were demons. Like my grandma
Yeah,
bought us.
that's the reason why. Yeah,
Ugh,
Wow.
yeah, that's the
just-
reason
yeah,
why.
It's so stupid. You
I
you know
thought
what?
my
Just
parents were religious.
just on the side, the dumbest thing about this, right? Is she thought Pokemon were demons, but we could watch Digimon. What the fuck? Like, I didn't understand that.
It didn't make any sense at all.
What are you guys watching? Y'all watching that Pokemon? No, we watching Digimons. Oh, okay. Like, oh, all right. Because one looks like a damn T-Rex. It's okay to watch it. You can't call a damn T-Rex a demon.
Right?
Whatever.
It was weird. So next console that got me more into gaming too was the GameCube for sure. The Prince of Persia's, the Fire Emblems, the Pikmins. I just loved them all, and I think that's my first survivor horror game, Resident Evil 4. I think that's what got me into survivor horrors. That's my favorite genre. I love survivor horrors.
Nice. I know you can't wait for the new.
Oh, I can't wait for it, man. Once I played 4, I went back to play 1, 2, and 3. I just loved it.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
I just started Little Nightmares 2. I am right after Get Out from the Mannequin chapter.
Okay.
How much longer do I have?
You don't have very much at all, actually.
Damn, I should have just kept fucking going. Okay, that was all I
Yeah,
needed to know.
you
How
probably could
long
finish
have
it
you been
tonight.
playing?
I literally, without being interrupted, playing it because I started when the kids were sleeping, and got about 2.5 hours before they woke up. So they were awake when I was in the mannequin. I stopped once I got out of that area just so I could deal with it. So I got like a decent amount of gameplay of just, no kids and no nothing, just chilling playing it.
Yeah. You probably have less than an hour left to that game.
Oh, nice. That's a great game.
It is a great game. Loved
But I just need to ask that question.
it. Yeah.
I was curious.
And then my next console was the 360. I think that's kind of another one that was kind of a weird one for me because I don't own an Xbox now, so it's kind of just like, well, that's weird.
I did not know you owned one.
So you both
I
had
own
a
a
360? Neither one of you had a PS3? You or X?
Which probably explains our argument earlier this week.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, so
Blasphemy.
here's the P3s on this side and the fucking 360s over there.
Yeah.
The people on the right side of history on this side. People on the wrong
I don't know. What are you
We
talking
are
about?
on the right side.
Gears of War? Come on. Bioshock?
I will. No.
Oh,
Hold on.
yeah, but, yeah.
I will only give you.
Bioshock was
Dead?
on the PlayStation.
Yeah, it was on the PlayStation. And the only game I will give you is Gears of
So
War
was
because
Left 4 Dead, I think.
that game was fucking great. But I will not give you anything else. Halo over fucking.
Fable?
It's played out.
Fable's
I
great.
I
too.
never
Well,
played
so is
any of the
Gears of War
Fables.
at this point.
It gets where it's played out now, but
Yeah,
back then,
now, but back then,
Yeah,
Gears
okay.
of War
Back
1
then,
and 2.
Gears of War and Halo were amazing. I'll agree on that.
You don't know
Yeah.
the messed up thing about Gears of War? What happened to me? I literally was at my aunt's fiance house, and he's like, "Oh, you like playing games and stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." And he popped in Gears of War. I literally killed the final boss in the credits roll, and I was like, "What the hell?" I didn't even get to start the game from the fucking beginning. So, but just the way the way the game played, I was like, I really like this game, and I eventually did go back and beat 1 and 2. Now, I never had a 360; it was like on a friend's, but great. I would give 360 that. Gears of War shit. To hell with Halo. That's all I got to say.
Oh.
You know what? I'm not a
Piss
big
a lot
fan of
of people
Halo
off.
now. I used to be. I used to be a big fan of Halo.
I used to be too. Yeah.
Not so much
Halo
now.
3 and Halo Reach and Halo 2 were the ones I liked.
It's not that
Yeah.
Halo was a bad game. It's just when I finally played it for the first time, I couldn't aim down sight, and it kind of threw me off. And I was like, "What the hell is this?"
We're gonna get so much shit for this, just so you know.
Look, okay, to all the Halo fans out there, I'm not saying I hate Halo. I just think you guys hype the motherfucker up way too much. It's a good game.
Original Halos are like 2 is by far the best, I think.
I
Well,
would
thanks
say
for coming to the
two.
last episode of our podcast, everyone.
I also didn't
Yeah,
play
you-
most of them, so I have a horrible judgment for that.
I
so-
literally have all of them. Well, not all of them. I have the Master Chief Collection, and then what came out when the Master Chief Collection came out. So I have those. So I was like, you know what? I got an Xbox One, right? That's what it was. And then this came out. I was like, well, you can't have the Xbox and not have Halo. So let me just get it and see what the hype is about this damn game. And I missed the hype train. Like it wasn't all that to me. It just wasn't, you know. It's okay, but if this was all Xbox had, and that's all they had, it wasn't the fucking P3. We had everything.
My last 2, Dead Space.
Oh yes.
That one pushed me over
Ooh,
the edge.
yes.
I am a big fan of survival horror. This is it. I'm addicted.
I will say Dead
uh,
Space is what made me a survival horror fan. That Dead
Yeah.
Space.
And Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead was the other one because after X left for New York, he kind of left me here in Kansas. I was like, well, shit, I'm not gonna play any video games anymore. It's gonna suck. So I stopped playing for a while, until Left 4 Dead came out, and I thought, you know, this is it. I'm back in. I love it.
Oh,
How-
we ended up playing that together, like with Michael and I forgot the other guy's name. But we remember we used to play Left 4 Dead a lot online. Trying
Yeah.
to do it like the hardest difficulty.
How did you two meet, anyways, in Kansas? You guys are both military brats. So how did you guys meet?
And it went to the same school.
Prompts.com.
Yeah, middle school.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so-
nice.
On
For how
base,
long?
On base.
Like, on base. How long?
Yeah. What year did you leave, X? What? Your sophomore year?
Like left out of state.
Yeah.
My junior year.
Right before it, right?
Yeah. Well, no, right after it.
How long were
Because
you
he
there
used to-
for?
X.
What?
X. How long were you there for?
Where?
In
Kansas.
Kansas.
From 7th grade till my junior year in high school.
Okay, so you got a couple.
Yeah.
I could build a bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he used to come over like every other day, every other weekend, just to come play Smash Melee with me.
Yeah, because we
Oh.
didn't live that far away from each other.
Yeah, he would.
So
walk to my house.
who was the king back then?
It was still X.
It was still me.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he was still X.
Oh god.
With Ness.
Oh god. I hated you fucking NES players back then.
Yeah,
Oh.
boy, yeah, boy, yeah,
NES
boy, we killed
NES
everybody.
NES players and Sheik players. Oh,
And
Oh,
what
Sheik,
players?
yeah.
Sheik. Princess
Oh,
Zelda.
you're talking about.
Yeah, she wasn't separate. My friend played her. And as soon as the match started, transformed to Sheik the whole round, just fucking hauling ass around, smacking people. I hated that bastard. Continue.
Yeah, so
Rael.
that's it. No, that's it. I mean, I kind of started getting into PCs, built my own PC, got PlayStation 4. Yeah, the rest is history.
All right, guys. So that's all of us. The two over there on the side of the couch had pretty poor upbringings because they got a 360 and not a PS3. So they weren't in the best of worlds like me and Dandy over here.
I
I don't know.
eventually got a
Fellas.
360.
I never got it. I never got it because
Come sit over here, right next to me. Just sit right,
like
Come over here,
three. Oh,
Danny.
okay, like
right here. There we go.
There he is.
guess my. I'm sitting in the middle of this damn couch. You know, fuck it. You know, this. I'm
Look, you
P3.
find lonely. Don't come over here.
No, I'm sitting in the. I want to sit like in the towards the middle. Yeah, right in the damn middle. P3 master right here.
You sit,
I just
your
I had
block
a-
right next to you.
Dude, okay, one of my
PS3
closest
block.
friends, who constantly came over to my house when he had a 360. And only thing that came out of the 360 was sports games. He like that's all I ever saw. I was like, why are people so
There were some
hyped
good
about
ones.
this console? Well, he only played sports games. And he ran through 360s because they kept getting the red ring of death.
That was a gamble. I'll give you that.
That
The
was a
rig-
gamble.
Mine never broke.
Mine
I
never
had,
broke either.
I had
My-
mine for a long time, and then like towards the end of its lifetime, it did get the ring.
I've had
It's
two
kind of fixable.
I've had two PlayStation 3s. My very first original one that had the component that opened up with the SD cards and stuff finally died last year.
Just
My
something
dad
you
had my dad had it, and my dad used it to watch movies. So it was constantly getting used. And this is when they were like, how much were they, Danny? Like $700, the first batch of them.
Yeah, I
oh
think
yeah.
That's why I didn't
So
get one.
that one went, yeah. So that
I'm
one,
surprised my
which,
parents got me one.
so that one that I had, and let me tell you, I played the hell out of Modern Warfare 4, Cold War, Assassin's Creed, what else? Uncharted. Like it went through all those games with me. And before, I got the Slim, and my dad still used it to watch movies, and it finally died last year. That bitch was a trooper, Xbox couldn't do that. Maybe now, but the 360 couldn't do it. Sorry to tell you. Sorry to tell
I don't
you, Xbox
Most great
fans out there.
consoles.
Yeah,
I think
like-
a lot more people.
Yeah, like, I'm
have
not.
an
I'm not
Xbox 360
dissing
for sure.
Xbox. Like I have a Xbox One X, One S, or whatever name they got, but it's a slim white one I got. I got it right behind me, my cubicle with all my other game consoles. But
I think the cool thing about Xbox now though is Game Pass, and you could go back and play those awesome games that you wanted to for
yeah,
a monthly cost, which is I think an awesome idea.
that's the
Can't
one
you
thing.
do the same thing with PlayStation?
Not
PlayStation Now?
to the extent that you can with Xbox. Like PlayStation Now is good. I will give that the Game Pass is better because like I'm using my uncle's Game Pass, and the reason I'll say it's better is the simple fact that I cannot, if I don't want to play it on the console, I can play it on the PC. Oh, he's trying to still.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to. There we go. Yeah.
I mean, now I played the latest Gears of War on my
Rejoin.
PC, so
Yeah, we
I
did.
I still didn't
I
play the newest Gears of War. I didn't hear anything good, but I went to work one day and we had it wasn't an intern. I had to go and fix the computer somewhere, and there was a guy playing it on a laptop. And it looked good, but the reviews didn't give. I don't know. You know how people are. They get all booty hurt about sequels and stuff like that, and it doesn't go their way. A great example of that is The Last of Us
Mm-hmm.
Part 2,
Yeah.
which I don't want to knock the game. Like I said, the combat was great, the scenery was great, the storytelling was great. I just didn't like how the story went. I'm not saying that the story was bad. I just didn't like the way it went.
So what were you expecting then?
I was like, okay, Joel dying, I saw that coming, but I didn't.
Spoilers alert.
spoiler alert for real.
But man, look. Honestly, this whole podcast is gonna be spoiler alerts. I ain't got time to be saying no. Well, I'll probably say it, but still, he dies in the trailer, doesn't he? Like you see him beat to death in the trailer, you know he's gonna die. You can kind of piece together that from the trailer that she's going to avenge a loved one.
Yeah,
Him, okay, he has to have died.
definitely.
But I didn't see it. The trailer doesn't show or hint that you're going to be playing with the bitch that killed him, and that they're going to make her look like, oh, she's in the right. she looks like a good person. Wow.
Some
But
people
that's good
expect-
storytelling, though. That's good storytelling, though. They wanted to
I
put
like
you
You
in that
sympathize
person's
with the
Yeah.
antagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, it's
See both
both
sides.
sides of the enemy.
So what they should
I know a lot of people hated that, but I loved it. I loved going from Ellie to I forgot the chick's name.
Well, see the way I thought they could have kept the story the same, but what they should have started off with was her side first before they went to Ellie's side. I think that would have if they would have went that route instead of you playing with Ellie then switching and playing with her. It would have been
Abby.
people wouldn't have
That's
been
correct.
like Abby. People wouldn't have been like as booty hurt because you would have saw Abby's side. What happened to her and her whole team? Because at that point, after seeing Ellie's side, you don't give a damn what's happening to Abby's team as you're playing as her. You're like, good, fuckers can die. That's how I felt. But if I would have played with
A
Abby,
lot of her
if I would have
teammates,
played
was
with
like,
Abby,
yeah, I'm glad you did.
yeah, if I would have played with Abby first, and playing with Abby, going up, I'm like, damn, that sucks. This person died. Damn, that sucks. This person died. This reminds me of like the first one where everybody you meet, they're just dying. Then she kills Joel. I'd have been like, what the? Wait a minute. Then you go and play as Ellie because you're like, yeah, now I'm finna go get this bitch. I done cared about her teammates and she goes and kill my boy. You know, then I would have felt something. I think if it went that route, nobody would have had like, it wouldn't have had like bad backlash.
Oh yeah.
That's my own
this
opinion.
Could be a whole podcast, but
Yeah,
I want to say, I think it
loved
would
it.
still would have it would still have bad backlash because you've already played with Joel and Ellie the first game. So
yeah, no matter what, if Joel wasn't in this game anywhere at any point, you can't like he's not playable for maybe more than 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, when he's riding a
So-
damn horse, that's it.
Yeah. And so you're like, well, shit, that's it? That's all Joel? You know,
That's
I don't
it.
like this game now.
Even though you got a full game playing as him a few years before.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
but come on, who wouldn't want to play with old man Joel still?
I guess.
yeah, that's some DLC.
Well, even with the, I don't
Years
think they have.
between.
Are they going to have DLC? I didn't think.
I don't
think so.
I don't think
I
they have
heard.
plans for it yet.
I think they're as they're online going live. I like how
Oh.
you both stood up.
No.
at the same time.
Whoa!
They both just
Oh.
hop. They both hop up like I'm tired of this
Oh,
shit.
I think I was stuck on you, X, because I was trying to get up this whole time. You were holding my hand or something. What the hell?
But yeah.
Just waiting for you to get up.
That was
Yeah,
creepy.
that was kind of crazy. Let's stand up, change scenery a little bit, switch gears. All right, so now that we've talked about each of our backgrounds, y'all backgrounds is way more fucking extensive than mine. You know, I guess y'all got a lot more. Y'all got a lot more comfortable.
A lot
Yeah.
earlier than you.
So I want to know what's everybody's like. What's that first RPG that you got that got you into the RPG genre or action adventure? Mine, I want to say like the earliest one I remember, the first one me beating was Dragon Quest to the PS2.
Hmm.
When they could, it was with the protagonist who had the bandana on his head. It was either that one or Final Fantasy X. It was either one of those two was the first one that I actually completed. That's kind of what sit me down. What the fuck are these people calling me? Stop calling me. That was the game that well, that's what got me more into RPG since Zelda is action.
Yeah.
Can I help you,
Mine
son?
was probably Fallout 3 on the PS3. Is that what really got me into the RPG? What we would consider modern day RPGs, like open world skills and leveling up and all that stuff.
Hmm.
I love the world that it was set in, post-apocalyptic America, and like the weird like retro 50s vibe that it had, even though it was taking place in the like 200 years in the future.
Which one was this again?
Fallout 3.
I wanted to love that game so much. I can't get behind it.
What was the difference
I-
between that one and Vegas? Were they like two?
It took place. One took place in Washington D.C. and the other one took place in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I couldn't get into those. The first one I played was Vegas, and I already know what was the reason why I couldn't get behind it. It's because I played Skyrim. Ooh, my God!
Yeah.
What a great game! And I was like, oh, well, you would like this other game named Vegas. Turned it on. I got outside the vault. I was like, this ain't for me. Skyrim.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. Because Vegas is really good because it has like different factions where
Yeah.
like
Well,
if
I
you do
love-
quests for this one group, the other group will start to hate you, and it'll change the outcome of the ending.
Well, I loved 4. I loved 4. 4 was great.
4 was good, but it was just a much more boiled down, watered down version of the RPG stuff they had put into the
Mark, you
previous games.
I'm a little bit
girl,
happy,
you good
guys.
over here? You good?
I took too many, and these people keep calling me.
Yeah, I keep having.
Yeah,
to hang.
so many. I'll take a sit.
So, what about you, X?
Uh,
Or
my my first, I actually have 2. RPG was, as I mentioned earlier, the Suikoden 2. But there was another one.
Okay,
same friend.
okay, hold on. Suikoden 2. I know I've heard of this. I've heard somebody talk about it, and I think
What
I've
was it?
saw it.
4X?
For PS2.
What? How did the gameplay go? I want to get this game in my head. Like, what was the gameplay like?
So just Google it right now. Like, but you basically
How do you even?
you get your
How do you
team.
spell Suikoden? How am I supposed to Google it? How do I spell it?
We get in.
SUIKODEN
Oh yeah,
2.
Suikoden.
Oh
So-
yeah, it's like Final Fantasy. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Okay, see, I knew what you were talking about. I
Yeah, very
just couldn't
Secret of
think
Mana.
about it. Yeah.
So I like that. I like that turn-based type of RPG with those
Yeah.
skills.
Okay.
And
Oh
everything.
yeah.
And the second one would be Star Ocean 2.
Ooh, Star Ocean. Yeah.
Mm.
I've
Yes, played
never
that.
played anything like that before, and I played that thing to death. Didn't know the story, but I liked the gameplay.
Real.
For me, I actually didn't play very many turn-based stuff. Earliest thing I can think of is Oblivion. I think Oblivion I loved. And then
A man of
God.
culture.
Really
And
wish.
it was really good.
Really
that was
wish
so good.
I had money back then to play those games. I
Funny
really
enough,
wish
the
I
first
got
time I
into it.
played Oblivion, I did not like it because I got Oblivion
Really?
and Fallout 3 at the same time,
Ah,
and I tried Oblivion first. I was like, you know what, I don't really like this, and I played Fallout 3, and then fell in love with that, and eventually came back to Oblivion, and then I realized how great a game was.
So I
Yeah,
heard
I-
in Oblivion it can throw you off because you don't level up until like your first time at a camp or something like that.
That's what I hated about it. First time I did play it, I could not understand how to level up. I kept getting massacred by everything, and I put the game down. And then, like a couple years later, I went back to playing it, and I understood it, and it was one of
Yeah.
the best games I ever played.
Hmm.
But yeah, the whole point
And then-
system, how it leveled up, is just it's weird at first.
Yeah. For
Old
sure.
school. Old school.
oh yeah, old
Very
school. Yeah,
fun.
for sure. For old school. And I just got into random RPGs. X and I played Guild Wars for a bit.
Oh,
Guild Wars. I heard that was like a big money sucker for a lot of people.
I didn't spend no money on that thing. That thing was
Yeah.
free.
Well,
Yeah, it was a great game.
we were young, but like for the people who had money, like nowadays, how like a lot of stuff is like pay to win. Or what?
Yeah.
Well,
lot
it's
more
kind of
like that.
it's kind of now dying down for the pay to win after Battlefront 2, kind of like oof, got so much heat because theirs was the definition of pay to win. Now, but they're still getting heat over loot boxes, which I was like, I don't care about loot boxes. It's
Call it gambling.
yeah, but it's a choice. Choice.
So is regular gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
So,
one game I did that was turn-based. I think
I don't
Paper
think
Mario.
the choices
Paper Mario,
were
I think.
handling.
That's a man of culture. Paper Mario 1 and 2, my man. That's
Paper
what
1 and
I'm
2,
talking
yeah.
about.
I think I remember playing those, and I loved them.
I
Yes.
never played one.
Oh my god,
Me neither.
dude.
I
I'll
might
let you
need
borrow
to.
the one I got on the Switch. I wouldn't say play that one because it's not the same. It is not the same.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made me fall off from it. Don't fall over there, my dude. Stumbling. Basically. But like 1 and 2 was the traditional turn based.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I loved Paper Mario.
The new one on the Switch, it's not.
I didn't play that one.
Oh my! You don't play it, Mark. Because it's not turn
I heard
based
it's
anymore.
disappointing.
It's there. Everybody's on like a sphere, and you have to rotate the enemies in like a line or in a way where your hammer can hit 4 spaces at once. And I was like, what the fuck is this? This isn't Paper Mario. Like, why am I having to think this hard on trying to? This isn't a damn matching or like, you know, a game where every battle it's a puzzle for me to figure out how to kill all these people without taking that much damage.
Yeah.
It was.
That sounds like fun.
That
You can
would
try
not
it.
be fun for me.
No, it's gonna make you mad. It's not the original Paper Mario.
Yeah.
It's just
What the hell? Did they make a remake of the original?
they should.
You know, Paper Mario 2.
Oh,
They
that'd be
should.
great.
I have Paper Mario 1 and 2. 1 is to the 64, and 2 is to the GameCube. I
I
have them
think
both.
I actually. No, never mind.
Who has it? So everybody said they're RPG.
Yep.
All right. So since we are getting up close to the hour, and we're trying to get at an hour, let's talk about the last couple minutes, some stuff that's going on right now. I would say WandaVision, but I know Gannon hasn't even watched it, and I haven't seen the latest episode.
I watched it
Shoot.
Oh
yesterday.
man,
Or-
when
You gotta watch The
Thanos
Boys?
comes back, it gets crazy.
Okay,
dude.
so,
Because,
I will
yeah,
probably
he
watch
blows
it.
the planet up twice.
Shut the hell up. I'm probably gonna watch it tonight.
I'm
I'll,
surprised you didn't get
I'll watch
spoiled.
it. I'll watch it just
Yeah,
to,
it's good.
just to be in it.
It's good. I'm surprised you haven't got spoiled. Everywhere I look, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta watch before it's spoiled for me.
Well, I mean, the only thing the only area I looked that could spoil it for me would be Twitter. And as soon as
Yeah.
I see something, like, because
Just
they
scroll
always
past it.
got a picture. They always got a picture. Nope, just scroll past it. I
Yeah.
don't even read anything. I read it, I just scroll it because I'm not gonna let it ruin the show for me. Because then I'm probably ruin it for her because I'm gonna say something. So no, I just scroll right past it. So we got that. BlizzCon just did. They just did their first BlizzCon in forever, but it didn't talk about much. Some Diablo, some Overwatch 2, but we were going to talk about the Nintendo Direct, so we can do that real quick.
Well, we're fast on the BlizzCon. Who played the Diablo 2? Everybody
mean-
played Diablo 2?
Nope.
I
I
did
have not played it. Only,
Remember, it
only
was
3.
it was PC,
Oh, really?
wasn't it? Wasn't it
Yeah,
PC?
they remastered it.
Yeah, they
They're
remastered
remastering
too.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
play,
gonna come out on consoles and PC.
play that or
Remastered.
3. I only played 4.
Huh. I thought everybody would play Diablo 2. I
Wait,
played
you
Diablo 2
haven't
for a little
played
bit.
4 yet. 4 hasn't come out yet.
I mean
Yep.
3. I played 3. Yeah, we just played 3 a
You played-
couple
you played
months
3.
ago. Played 3 a couple months ago
Yeah.
too.
Anyways,
yeah.
Nintendo Direct.
Oh, but Mark, we did find out. Me and X found out today. I gotta stop saying that. I gotta stop saying Grail. We did find out today that they do have a
No one's
rogue.
gonna know who Mark is.
Yeah,
it's
true.
like a killing marks
Now
in
they're
the
gonna
world.
look for me, and they're gonna.
Yeah, Grail is
Know where I
Mark. I
live now?
can't help it. He's the only one I did start off saying his name, so it's hard
I'm
for me
pretty
to say.
sure you've said X's name a couple times too.
No, I haven't. Ever since Mark said X, it's always been X for me now because it's just so
Well, I
easy
can't
to
call
say.
X kid. That's just weird for me.
Yeah, he's the oldest.
Yeah,
he's
get
the
down
old
to
man out of all of us.
No,
Oh, man, X.
that's Grail. He's
Professor
the-
X.
Oh,
I'm the oldest by a month.
Jesus.
Oh,
by a
Okay.
month.
Well,
I'm the little baby of the group.
yeah, you are.
Go sit down, little baby.
Like I was saying,
Oh my
me and
God.
X, me and X saw that they have a new rogue character. We saw that today, and
Oh,
yeah,
Oh,
a lot,
yeah.
a lot like the Demon Hunter. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go rogue. I'm not gonna do the shapeshifter. X is gonna go.
I'm gonna go Druid.
Oh, good. Then I can be the wizard.
Yes, because if you be a necromancer, they got one of those in there again. The necromancer was like
I'm
a solo
sure-
game character to me. Like that,
I'm
this
sure
shit is
they
ridiculous.
Tamper down the necromancer.
Probably, but I swear when we
So
played with him,
loud.
and I was just like, dude, why are we even playing with you? Like you're killing everything, fucking spiders and everything else. Like,
I had like an army. I had an army of skeletons and all kinds of stuff. Ghosts.
before we wrap this up, let's
Ghost.
get a little bit into this Nintendo Direct.
Oh boy,
and-
that Breath of the Wild 2 trailer was sick, right?
so mad
You
that
guys
it
must be
Can't wait for
so
that
excited
next,
for a new Zelda
the
game.
next decade.
Oh my god.
I hope it does. I don't think it's not going to come out this year for sure. So I am
No.
hoping for next year. But if they do the same thing they did with the first Breath of the Wild, yeah, it's gonna be a
So,
while. So it's actually
I
a
read-
race.
I read something a couple days ago. They said they were trying to take some ideas, or they're inspired by Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh no, no.
So
No,
they
no,
said they
no,
have
no,
some
no.
ideas that are inspired by them. So I want to know how they're going to go that route.
They're bringing in rifles.
Come on,
So,
man. No.
Like, if they do like the hunting
make
thing,
it
I love the
ultra
hunting in Red
realistic.
Dead.
Oh no.
I love the hunting in Red Dead.
I mean, yes, if he hunts in Breath of the Wild, that's fine. I'm completely fine with him hunting in that. But I don't want them to
I
go
just
too
wanna know what they're gonna
crazy
do.
with it.
Now the Hyrulean cops will come after you.
Yes, I'm coming. What the hell?
Well,
They can't.
I
They
know
can't
that-
come after the hero. He's the hero. What's he gonna do?
He's went dark.
Yeah,
well,
he
it's
doesn't.
not
have-
gonna be the cops. It's gonna be like Ganon's forces or something. You know, 5
Really?
stars.
That would
on-
be interesting. I like
from
that
the
idea.
Ganon police.
And aren't all the monsters pretty much Ganon's forces?
Yeah, but he's gonna have like bounty hunters after you or something.
Yeah, I mean, some more souped up.
If it's a hunting
monsters.
thing, I think a hunting thing would be interesting for sure.
Yeah, that'd be
Anything
cool.
else, maybe. I don't know.
Give me
They
more
should
targets.
have. They should have some more side things for you to do. Besides this, all the little quests that they can have. I know it was like a
Those
big open
shrines were
world they have
fun.
in Breath of the Wild,
Yeah, the shines are great.
but they should have more in-depth dungeons. They gave us what 4, and then they gave us 100.
Yeah, the dungeons I
new
wasn't a
dungeons.
big fan of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are easy. Those were simple. The shrines were better than the dungeon
Yeah, for sure.
in
Like,
that aspect.
Bring back the elemental dungeons. That just like for kicks, for shits and giggles.
Yes.
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
be great. It would be fun.
It's all hate on the water one again.
Like always.
I have no idea what any of you guys are talking
Oh,
about.
Ocarina of Time water
Breath of the
level
Wild.
got the most hate because it is the most.
Dandy,
hated
you're
level.
gonna have to play a Zelda game.
Honestly, I
Play
hated
Breath of the
the
Wild.
I hated the Shadow Temple more than the water level.
No, one of the old.
Really?
ones.
I like
Yeah.
the Shadow Temple.
I
No.
hated the Shadow Temple because you had to go. You basically had to do it as a kid and as an adult, and I was like, what the fuck?
One of these times we do have to challenge, like we have to like draw a name from a hat and challenge somebody to beat this
To
game.
a certain game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that yesterday.
Okay, but if we did that, it couldn't be like a game that's like a ridiculous amount of hours to put into.
No, we respect the other person, of course, the time, but still, like this is a classic. You should try it at least.
Okay, so the two motherfuckers who don't have kids need to respect the time.
You were
Yeah.
playing Little Nightmares for 2.5 hours today.
What did I say? They were
You got
asleep.
plenty of time.
They were asleep. You know what time I have to wake up to be able to play that while they're sleeping? I was up at 7 o'clock in the morning. You know what time I went
And
to
I
bed
have a
before
kid,
that?
just for the record.
I'm free.
Don't you have? Well, you got a child, so but your
I'm
child's old. Like,
freer.
your child's like older, so yours is.
Old.
It's,
Old.
well,
Oh, yeah,
Well,
Dandy is the freest.
yeah,
Yeah, Candy said it.
Danny will be the freest for years, but that time will come, sir. And let me tell you, I'm going to
It will
rub it in
come.
so hard. So hard. It's like you feel my pain.
I want to be there. I swear to God, I want to be. Take a picture, please.
To be there for what?
When that child pops out, boy. When it
Yeah.
pops out. I'll be like,
there
I'll be
for
like,
that
hey,
birth, or
welcome
you
to-
want to be there for the
Yep.
conception?
That's fun to watch.
Hey,
That's
hey,
fun to watch.
hey, either way, I'll have a video camera.
I want pictures or it didn't happen.
um,
So the Nintendo Direct.
what did you guys think about the new Smash character coming
Splatoon
out?
looks pretty cool. Don't care.
Splatoon 3 that they really showed nothing of.
Splatoon
Very
3
technical
looks
character.
amazing. I loved it.
They didn't
I-
show
I-
anything about it. What the hell are you
Yeah,
What are you talking
they
about?
showed like some
It
fighting in
showed-
the
it,
arenas.
it
Yeah,
looked
they
like
fake
Splatoon
gameplay.
2. It looked like Splatoon 2.
Oh yeah,
It didn't look any
Call of
freaking
Duty
different.
looks like every Call of Duty game that came before it. So
Good
I don't know
point.
what the hell you're
Good
complaining
point.
I'm not
Yeah, I
going to
don't think
defend.
you're
I'm not
gonna be
defending Call of Duty. Good point.
Of course, they're not going to change it up for a sequel, right? They're not going to be like, you know what? Let's go photorealistic squid. Let's do that.
now,
I mean, what else are they gonna do? They're gonna give you more weapons. and more
Splatoon 3
game modes and
is now
stuff?
an open world RPG. Yeah.
well, the way it
Exactly
opened
right.
up, I was like, "Holy shit! Did Splatoon just go
Yeah, I
like
was
kind of
actually-
RPG?" I was like,
what are
"What?
they doing here?
Yeah,
That'd be dope."
I'm excited for it. I love Splatoon. Splatoon games are amazing.
I mean, I play it with you.
I'm excited for it. X won't.
Triangle strategy was pretty cool.
It was all right. I give it a
I'm not gonna lie, I have the first
5
one, and
out of 10.
I don't even think I have like 5 hours.
halfway
into the game.
good, and halfway bad.
What else was shown in Direct? Nothing that we all wanted to really
Nothing
see.
Pokemon related, unfortunately. But
They say about
Pokemon
Pokemon
Day
Snap.
is just a few days away.
No,
So
nothing
there's some
Metroid.
announcement.
What else is a couple days away?
Pokemon Day. It's the 25th year anniversary for Pokemon, so there might be some.
Is that the reason why all the Pokemon cards just went wild again? Like,
I don't know, but
what
that's,
started
like,
that?
why Post Malone is doing some sort of virtual concert on
For Pokemon?
Day.
For
Yeah,
Pokemon?
Yeah,
Huh. Interesting.
I think it's the 27th. Like, it's
Next stop,
definitely
creep-
sometime like the next
Creeping on the
week.
neighbors.
Don't tell me what to do.
He's looking way up into the sky on my screen. So,
So, yeah, they showcased a lot of indie games. Really, they didn't really showcase.
Yeah, I mean, Fall Guys coming to Switch is kind of cool, but again, I don't think anybody
Apex
wants
is coming
restart.
to Switch.
You're not gonna play
if
that
you
unless you
wanna
take your
play Apex
Switch
the worst
to
way
work.
possible. Play it
Yeah.
on
I'm
Switch.
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
You're
You
gonna
would.
do it, and
Yeah, I'm gonna
it's
do
not
it.
gonna be cross progression, and you're gonna stop.
I don't care. If I want to play on the go, I got it.
X started 3 times already. I don't think he gives a shit.
How do you know it's not gonna be cross progression?
I'm sure they're gonna be working
Is
on
it
it
still-
eventually. They got cross play already.
No,
so.
no, no. Screw cross
Yeah,
progression.
cross
They better
progression
come.
is
They,
Fortnite on the
they need to
Switch.
cut. Well, that's Fortnite. Fortnite's still bigger than it. Regardless of what anybody says, Fortnite is
I know,
still
but
bigger
it
than
sets a
Apex.
precedent.
Well, I mean, all I want Apex to do is kick out the PS5 version. That's it. That's all I want to play. Oh, I want
They
to see
working
it.
on it.
Well, they need
Seen
to
a story
come
running
out.
about like a week
Well,
ago.
they need to tighten up and come out with it already. Shoot, how the hell was Fortnite the first game to come out with a freaking version of it? Like, come on now.
Because
I don't know how
like you
Fortnite
said,
even
it's
had the time.
Fortnite. It's the biggest game ever. You know,
They have
period.
problems with Apple and their terms of use.
I haven't even heard anything about that in a while. I always watched Angry Joe about it, and they would, whenever something newer would happen, they'd say something, but they haven't said anything in a long time, so I don't even know what's going on with it. And I don't care enough to pursue it myself. So I just don't. I mean,
I just gotta hear it. So I hope you get what's coming to you over
I mean-
Fortnite.
I
don't
like
like it that
Fortnite,
much.
but I don't know why. Fortnite is that battle royale everybody loves to hate on, but the player base is still so big. Like, I don't know why people are so toxic to the game. It's not that it's not a bad game. It's not a bad shooter. It's everybody is toxic towards the freaking pro builders in that game. That's it. If it didn't
I
have a
feel
build
it's catered to kids too. I think that's probably another reason. Like,
because of the
I don't
art
know, just-
style.
They
Yeah,
see
maybe
it
the
as
art
a
style.
kid game.
Well, they
I think the
couldn't.
art style is a big part of it.
The only reason I would say no to that is because they didn't come out as a battle royale. It was a legit game, and they literally said that the battle royale was inspired because they love PUBG. So they just kind of threw one out there, that was free, because I have the base game. I played the base game before even the battle royale came out, and I played the battle
Yeah, me
royale when it
too.
came out. So when the battle royale came out, it's not that they were aspiring to be this big thing. Everybody fell in love with it, and it didn't start getting a lot of hate until like season 8 or something like that. And then when it got the mechs, it got the most hate. And then when Apex came in, and everybody was able to, finally switch up the battle royale scene, is when it started getting even more and more hate. And I was like, come on, man.
Well, I can't talk any shit about the style because Splatoon looks very cartoonish.
Just as childish.
Yeah, so I can't talk shit.
Of course, Call of Duty had their first one, which
Warzone.
no, it wasn't Warzone.
No, they had Blackout first. and then
Blackout,
Warzone.
yeah, and then they kind of Blackout just disappeared when Modern came out.
That was a battle royale.
Mm-hmm.
Black Ops 4 had a battle royale, and then when Modern Warfare came out, Warzone was released with it, and that Blackout disappeared. That's all it was. Blackout disappeared. Warzone's on top for Call of Duty. It's all about that.
That was just a test, beta test.
Kinda, yeah. I did like the wingsuits. When you jumped out, you can jump out at one end of the map and glide to the other side. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of curious as to what's going to happen to the battle royale scenes, because it's made an impact. Not going anywhere no time soon, but what else can you do with it?
Not much.
Not much. I mean,
I feel like battle royales have made the community that much more toxic.
I'm very toxic because of fucking Apex. I can tell
You're
you that
toxic
right
because
now.
you.
I don't even care. I tell you, you play with some dumb ass people that I don't know why they play ranked. That's all I gotta say. Because I run
You got
stupid
XL
motherfuckers today. Yeah, you done got me started. I just don't understand.
Well, see, that's how it is.
And I hate it. I hate the damn game, but I keep coming back to play it.
You do.
That's not new. I mean, there's trolls in every game. There's gonna be reasons for you to be pissed off in every game. You're gonna have dumbass people in every game, and they all started appearing with Modern Warfare 4.
I mean, look at this game. Look at GTA. GTA is a troll fest. You can't go outside without
Oh, hell
But we
yeah.
knew that was the moment that they had an online for GTA, we automatically knew that was going to happen, because if all of us was in the regular campaign, what did we do? How many people actually beat any Grand Theft Auto campaign?
I have.
did.
All
Exactly.
the
I
time.
have.
Okay, what was the first one you beat?
Exactly.
What was the first Grand Theft Auto that you beat?
Grand Theft
4.
Auto.
No,
2.
4. Yeah.
2.
I think it's 2. The one that was like the old one is overhead.
Man, the oldest one I played, or maybe it was 2. That's when you could run around and just burp and shit. Yeah, I remember that one. I didn't even know it had a campaign. I thought it was literally just a run around and shoot people. 3 was the earliest one that I played.
The fuck
Yeah.
off me! What are you doing?
Should I move you?
But
But yeah, I
everybody
played
plays.
3. I beat all of them that came
I don't
out.
know. Anytime I knew somebody was playing Grand Theft Auto, they're just trying to get all the stars and run around from the police.
That's me.
See? So when an online version of it came, we already knew what to expect. People were going to be causing hell with each other.
I'm not trolling people though. That's the thing.
You're not trolling people, but what the hell you tried to do when I was trying to change clothes in the clothing store? You tried to shoot me through the damn glass.
That's good. Fair point. You got me there.
Troll.
Okay.
Hey,
All
bro,
right.
I came right
Point
outside and
taken.
sniped you in the head.
I stand corrected.
See? I mean, so we already know what to expect playing a Grand Theft Auto game.
That's even worse than Red Dead.
Well, Danny says it's
kinda
not
scared
that
to go
bad
back
like
to
that
that.
anymore.
They fixed it then. Well, I mean, since it came out, ever since the online had came out, it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Like, you couldn't
And I
take
stopped
2
playing
steps
it.
without start getting blasted on by somebody. Like, Red Dead had the worst online. Oh my god, you could do anything. But
I'm guessing it's better now. So
well, our next
out there
meetup
for a
can
little
be in Red Dead or
Yeah.
Uh,
In Red Dead,
Terraria.
I have
Okay.
like the what do you call it? Oh, a brewery or whatever we can hang out in, or my camp or something.
Oh, so you got free beer? Free beer?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Party at Dandy's.
And there won't be any players that can bother you there. So. And there's a band.
You got any Khajiit strippers?
I'm talking about Red Dead. But
Who's this man?
My bad.
All right,
Wait,
well,
so you own a house? You own a house in Red Dead?
no, well, in one of the past you can
let's
do
go,
is to
let's
be
go
like
drink at a tavern.
A whiskey runner or something. You can drink in a tap room or whatever they have, like an underground tap room.
Oh.
Moonshiners, that's what it is.
Oh, that DLC got you.
All right, well, we are.
Wait, you're here to
15
talk
minutes-
about Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right,
Yeah. All right.
real quick.
Real quick. What did you guys think about it? Real quick.
All I want to see
Yeah,
is
looked
Sub-Zero
pretty
and
cool.
Scorpio.
Don't really care about
and
Mortal
Scorpion
Kombat, but
fight.
I'll see the movie.
Oh, sir. Hey, you
Okay,
watch your
next.
lower mouth over there. Come on. What the hell?
Whoa.
Who does not
As
care
compared to
about
the old
Mortal
one.
Kombat?
As
Come on
compared to the
now.
old one,
Well, I
this
didn't
is
really
gonna
play
look
any
a
of
lot
them except for DC versus Mortal Kombat.
Oh my God!
That's
Get the hell out! Get the hell out of my house!
Hey, that's pretty cool.
It's fucking disrespect.
Hey, it's pretty cool.
Disrespect in Mortal
I
Kombat.
don't really play a lot of fighting games except
Oh,
for Smash Brothers. I play
man.
that sometimes.
Dude, well, even the like, even if you go backwards with the Mortal Kombat games, they had great campaigns.
Yes,
Uh,
their stories were good. For the
Their
most part, I mean,
stories,
it's weird.
their stories got good when you could do 2-player campaign with Liu Kang and what the hell was his name with the fucking the hat?
Kung Lao.
Yeah, Kung Lao. When you could
The
do the
hat.
when you could do the campaign with those two is when the campaign like kind of took off and it got really good. That's when when they started focusing on the
Resurrected Raiden?
campaign. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the movie trailer, not the game.
Can't wait for
trailer
it
looks-
to come out.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm
the,
really excited.
the
for it. It
movie
looks
looks
really good.
really good, and I when I knew that they had a good movie is when you see Sub-Zero cut Scorpion, and as his blood splattered out, he froze it into a dagger and stabbed him. I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be a good
Yeah.
movie.
Oh yeah.
Like that
The-
right there was like, this is gonna be great. I gotta see this.
When what's his face? Who Scorpion was before he was Scorpion? When he's fighting those guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and
The
he
kunai, with the kunai.
and
I
the
thought that was
rope.
dope.
Yeah, the kunai
Yeah.
rope. Yeah, and he still was
Oh,
doing
yeah,
the
this man was
throw.
massacring everybody.
Oh,
Dark.
It's gonna be a freaking great. damn
Scorpion's
game.
my boy.
Yeah, Scorpion was always my like. He wasn't my favorite until like I learned more around his background and why he became how he is, and he became my favorite.
It's,
Yeah, shit.
it's gonna look like a good movie for sure.
Monster Hunter
When
was,
does that
was a
come out?
pretty good movie too. I just watched it today.
Oh,
April
Oh,
16th.
okay.
Man.
It was a good movie, Daddy. I just watched
Monster Hunter? You
Yeah.
watched Monster Hunter?
it. Yeah, I
that's
downloaded it today
the
and watched
standard we're going for. I think Mortal
But
Kombat.
No,
is
Mila-
in front
have
of
you
it.
seen it? Have you
No, I
seen it?
haven't, but
Okay, all right.
I've
You have
seen
no
reviews of
you
it.
have no input, bro. Never go off the reviews. Everybody has different opinions.
Never go
Alright.
off the reviews. What?
No, I've.
Oh,
Okay,
why
look
should
at
I trust professional movie
Okay,
people?
look at IGN. And look at some of the reviews they put out on games. I'd be like, what are they talking about?
IGN is the
IGN.
only people
It
who
was a
review
good game.
who review stuff.
IGN
I'll watch myself.
reviewed Monster Hunter, and I still give it a better rating than what they did.
But they
I
aren't
would
the
watch
only
myself.
people who review Monster Hunter. I'm talking about real critics.
No, dude, it was. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, I would have went to the theaters and paid to watch it. That's how good it was. It was to where I would have actually went to the theaters and watched it. You know, it was
What are you
not.
talking about, Dandy? They gave Cyberpunk a 9. What are you talking about?
And look what happened to that.
They gave it like
Yeah,
a 9
so
or 10.
That's what you can count on
on
reviewers.
PC. They didn't give that,
Yeah,
that,
PC.
that on consoles.
It don't matter. If you give a game a 9, people
No, I
who
was-
don't
I
have
was on your side.
PCs will go and just buy it, you know? But
It's
no,
true.
Monster Hunter was good. The monsters they
I gotta
looked
watch it. I
good.
want to watch it for sure.
The only gripe I had about the entire movie was the elder, the chief of the group. He just did not look right, and it was because you could
Plus,
tell
Tony
he was
Jaa's
wearing
in
a
it. Tony
damn.
Jaa's awesome.
Yeah, the rest of the movie was good. Like, I mean, it had its slow parts. You're like, but once it picked up, it was just like you're like, oh, you know, this is good. Like, this is pretty good. I gave it.
Hate
I
that
gave it
shit
like a.
where they make
I
a
give it a-
video game movie, but it's like, oh, it's these real world soldiers that get pulled into a video game world. Oh, and then,
That'd be a cool topic if we
monsters
talk
with their
about
video game stuff. That's
the
so
best
stupid.
video game movie.
It's not many,
Oh,
but
right now, that
yeah,
would
that's
be
that
3-day
is-
discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
mean, that's what I'm
Sonic
saying.
the
Like,
Hedgehog.
Well, that'll be for next time.
Moving
All right.
on.
It was good for the first episode. We got to meet everybody, know everybody's background. Hey, these people all running around my house. I gotta kick them all out so I can go and watch WandaVision. So yeah, the baby's back there making noise in my background. Yeah. So that was it for the first Still in Queue podcast episode. And we will catch you guys in the next one soon. I don't know what the hell our topic's gonna be about yet.
Bye.
Anybody got
Yeah.
anything to say, Lee? All right, love, peace, and hair grease.